Hello, everyone, and good afternoon to one and all people who have joined from India, and good morning and good evening to others from the other part of the world. I hope you are doing excellent. Thank you for joining in for this session on the WAF bypasses for bug bounties and pen testing. Okay, so let's begin now and understand about what are WAF bypasses. Before we understand about a WAF bypass, we should understand before that what is a WAF. So WAF stands for Web Application Firewall. What exactly is a firewall, first of all? So a firewall is a networking device that can be configured into an existing infrastructure that can monitor incoming and outgoing request or inbound or outbound request. This is the most simple definition or basic understanding of what a firewall is. Now, firewall are of different types. There could be a hardware firewall or there could be a software firewall as well. Similar to that, firewalls can be used to place into different networking devices in between different networking devices into an infrastructure. So there could be a firewall which is protecting the application. There could be a database firewall, etc. We are going to focus on firewalls that protect web applications, which are also known as WAF. And what are the most common WAFs that exist currently in the industry? So there are different WAF providers and solutions that are there. For example, Cloudflare, CloudFront, Incapsula, then there is Mod Security, and a lot more WAFs that exist currently. All right, so in front of your screen, you can see here is working a very small diagram of how a WAF could be implemented into an infrastructure. This is one of the very simple demonstration. There could be more detailed or more advanced implementation of WAF into an infrastructure, wherein there is a load balancer, there's a reverse proxy, first level WAF, then there could be an application server, then there could be a second level WAF, then a database server, and so on. So as you can see over here, these are the users. So the first person that you can see over here is the user. So let me just take this to explain you. So you can see this is our first user. This is our second user. Now, when any user like you and me, let's assume me and you, we both are users. We want to access a website, and the website is our destination server, as you can see over here. Our destination server is basically bank.com. Let's assume this. So a WAF is going to sit in between, who is going to monitor all the incoming request or inbound request to the destination server. So let's say I try to log into my bank.com internet banking portal, on which I send a request with my username and password or my credentials. This request is being checked by the WAF first. The WAF tries to read what is into that specific request, what is the data which is being supplied basically in the URL endpoint, in the body, in the parameter, or in the cookies. After the inspection has been done successfully, the request is being sent forward finally to the destination server, where there will be an action that will be taken place on that request. For example, if I want to log in, the server would check if my credentials are correct and then supply a session cookie for me that would be sent in response, and I would be able to successfully log in. So WAF detection. How would we detect a WAF if a WAF is being present onto any specific server? So we have various tools for detection of WAF. The first way is using WAF. We can also use an Nmap tool to detect WAF as well. Now, what are some of the techniques that we can use to bypass a WAF? Me and my team recently were able to bypass Cloudflare WAF and Mod Security WAF on a pen test engagement, in which we were successfully pop an XSS, which was able to bypass the rule set of Cloudflare and core rule set of Mod Security. So you can see the first technique is case toggling technique, in which if we have a normal payload, you can use a toggled version of it, which is something like this, that can be used to bypass the WAF. Let us move ahead. Now you can see there are more techniques in which we'll use Unicode, we'll use HTML encoding. So if I supply a HTML encoded version of the payload, let us see how does the WAF react to it. So let's hit enter. And you can see this time the WAF successfully let go the request and we did not got a match, which is excellent. So there are more such techniques that you can use using comments technique, double encoding the payload, etc. Junk characters, we can add junk characters as well, and wildcard obfuscation technique. This is my favorite technique to bypass WAF for different kind of vulnerabilities, not only XSS, but we can do a file read, a LFI, and we have also achieved RCE with the help of these techniques as well. WAF bypasses to do arbitrary file read and remote code execution. As you can see over here, I'm going to share two techniques. The first is the wildcard technique, and the second technique is empty variable substitution. So you can see over here, this is the command, which is cat etc passwd, and we can read files using cat etc passwd. We know that etc passwd is a file which is used in Linux systems through which I can see what are the users that are installed into my computer. So cat etc passwd. When I run this file, you can see this is a passwd file, which gives me the entire list of users starting from root and other users who have been added. But when I run this command, you can see over here, I'm getting the same output. Let me run it once more, and you can see I'm getting the same output. So this is the first technique, which is bash variable substitution. All right, so I'm going to stop over here. So thank you so much, guys, for joining and giving your valuable time. See you all in the next session. Take care. Bye.